Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the Halo Forge Epidemic. This is Oakley High Def, and I'm here to bring you an awesome new look at Halo 4's Forge mode. So this is brought to you by GameSpot, obviously, and I'm going to be recapping it. So we're going to go look through this, and basically what you're going to be looking at mostly is a new Forge map. This is called Impact. So there's one of three. Each of them is going to have a different sort of lighting setting. This one takes place sort of on an asteroid strewn area with a pre-built building in the center right here, and a cool terrain, and it's mostly UNSC themed, so you'll have a lot of cool objects like this. So I'm glad to see that they have these specialized objects on each of the maps, which means if you have a specific theme in mind, you'll be able to pursue that really in depth, because not everything is so generic, so you'll have a lot more specific objects. Also, if you look at the right, you'll see that the budget is 10,000. Before, we had seen hints that it was $1 million. Obviously that's been scaled down, so they're still tweaking the way the budget works and all that. So it's been reduced, but objects are still not as expensive. Also, another thing to note on this map is that you have a lot of these objects like this with glass. As I was looking at this, I thought, come Reach, a lot of the glass causes issues, but here they seem to have worked out the kinks. Glass does not cause lag, so that's really cool to see. The map itself looks like it's a medium-sized landmass, but you can also build off in space above, around, and it seems like below. So it looks like they've ironed out a lot of the kinks in terms of lag, so you'll be able to build a lot of structures. Also, while we're talking about structures, a lot of the same objects are coming back. As you can see here, you see a lot of dishes and stuff like that. Platforms are the same. Some new objects like this, tunnel, obviously themed, everything's been revamped, but you see a lot of the same objects. So that's cool. Also a lot of new ones. Also here you can see the light mapping inside. What I was worried about earlier was that maybe the light mapping will be too dark on the inside and you won't be able to see, but it seems like they've worked out a happy medium. Also, what they're showing right here is the magnets. So that'll allow you to snap together objects. So you can put on magnets, true, and adjust the strength. And if you look on the left, that little glowing, now it's gone, there's a little glowing light. There are magnet sections on each object, so that's where the objects will kind of hook up with each other. So that should make forging much easier. And you can also lock objects in place so that when you touch them, they won't move. So this will be great for ironing out different places and putting together a long series of tunnels together very, very quickly. So it seems like they've facilitated this a lot. And then you can also go into player mode right here and take a look around. This video will be mostly looking at Impact, and it's going to be really cool. So yeah, stay tuned. We're going to be looking at a lot of stuff. If you look in the right here, they're showing a lot of the objects. So now we have staircases, not just ramps. That's going to be a nice addition. And here, some of the same stuff. Here, a different base. So they're giving us big base components, which is cool. I like that. You can string it together. It's kind of prefab bases that you put together. And here you can see doors, walls, a lot of simple pieces, so you can make your own individual bases rather than doing the whole thing. Also, there's a lot of other interesting stuff that you'll see in this video and in the menus that we didn't necessarily see. So for example, in that past menu, there's a thing called Impact, so we're not sure what that is quite yet. Also here you can add different drop points, so as well as having weapons just spawn on the map, you can add drops. So that'll be cool. So they'll come crashing down like in any multiplayer map, and you can do them in different ways. The initial drop, random drops, all sorts of stuff. That'll be sort of geared by the and there you just saw Dominion. Actually, that's very interesting. They don't talk about this in the video, but right there they glossed over Dominion, which is that new game type, which is going to be extremely interesting. I hope you can put down turrets, so stay tuned for that. Also right here, this is gravity volumes. You'll be allowed a certain number of these. They cost, I think, $50, and they can alter gravity. So you can jump up, alter the gravity to make it low. This affects players and vehicles. What's also cool is you can stack them to make them even more powerful, and you can turn the gravity. So not only can you go up, I think you can go down, left, and right. So this will be very cool. We are a minigame channel. For any of you guys who haven't seen us before, Halo Forge Epidemic has Darth Human among our staff. He's going to be using this to the utmost. So we'll be kings of this stuff, we hope, and we'll master this and make the greatest minigames. So look forward to that. I'm super excited about this, and it's really cool. You can have a lot of settings. What they're talking about right now is that you can have these gravity volumes be invisible, or right here you can make it visible. So either you can make like a trap or something that's a little more natural looking, or you can make it obvious. So if it's for competitive play and you want people to know you can jump here, something's going to happen, you can make it visible, which is really cool. Also, as we're looking over here, you can see on the left the D-pad, you can lock objects. So there, even if you press A, you can't move it, which is nice for I've often had moments where I grab the wrong object. So that's a good thing. They've streamlined the forging process by a lot. What you can also do that they'll go about and elaborate on shortly is the way you can go about and delete objects. So not only placing them, they safeguarded that against deleting, but you can delete objects in a smart way. So either you delete that individual object, or you can go ahead and delete the object by palette or different things. Right here you see scenery, so it's a lot of the same stuff. You went through that briefly, but you could see crate, palette, folding chair, all sorts of small things, which is cool. I'm glad to see that. Destructible stuff such as palettes is going to be very important. Here they're covering delete by palette, so that means you can do delete all of these, which is very useful, or you can do delete by palette, so you can either delete, all ordnance drops or all armor abilities, which is really useful. So that way you can really be precise with what you want to delete, or you can delete everything. Also, another cool thing that they mention is if an object is locked, I believe that if you delete everything, then it won't be deleted. So, you lock the pieces of your map that you like, and then you delete all in case, you're missing something. So that's really cool. A way to make sure your finalized project doesn't have any extraneous bits. Here you can see, obviously, we have phased. You can put that down. These objects come together, look very nice. And also another thing to notice is, again, the light mapping looks great. Even inside here, though it should be completely dark, there's still some decent lighting, so we won't run into pitch black situations unless you use an effects. Right here, this is one of the pre-made maps that 343 has. This looks great. Look at the center. That looks awesome. The whole map works together. It flows together with the lighting. It looks amazing. Look at those center pillars in the middle, those braces. Everything looks great. You see a lot of familiar objects, but with new skins. So instead of the drab gray and black, you see white, gray, black, yellow dashes. You see all sorts of stuff, and that contrasts, with the space, and you have glass, and you have all sorts of objects here. Of course, right there, you see cover crenellations, brace tunnels. A lot of familiar pieces are coming back, but this all looks great. And guys, make sure to check out our channel, Come Halo 4. We're going to be doing tutorials on how to do all the forging stuff. We have some of the greatest forgers, out there. We feature community content, so we're going to be doing tutorials on how to build maps, on how to use Forge, on how to do all sorts of glitches. We're going to do, stuff like gun shows and all that stuff that we've done for Halo Reach. And look at this. This is the map that Bungie originally made. And just imagine, that looked good at the beginning, but imagine where we've come with Reach. I can't wait to see where we're going to go with Halo 4's Forge mode. If the map they just showed was something they made, imagine what we can do. So that's going to be cool. And again, we glossed over Dominion, so that's important to note. There again, Impact, we're not really sure what that is. And here they're going to talk about trait zones, which is also another really cool thing that's going to allow you to tweak stuff even more. Trait zones, you can, they're like any hill, you can put them up wherever. You're going to be allowed 16 trait zones per map, and each of them has, you can change the channel. So you call them Alpha, Bravo, Charlie, and Delta. And each of those you can change the traits. So you get 16 trait zones, but 4 different trait specifics. So you can have 4 variants and 16 of those hills in total, which is pretty cool. So you can do a lot of stuff in here, change, all the traits. Another cool thing that they mentioned is that you can disable weapons. So that's going to be very cool for balancing, especially infection. Say you have an armory, where people might want to camp. You make people not able to use their weapons. So you can pick up all the ammo you want and refuel, but you can't camp out there. So this is going to be a great boon for those of us who want to do infection. You can balance out stuff really well. Throw in a hell trait in there, maybe make it so once humans enter a hell zone, they're visible to everyone. So there's going to be a lot of stuff to balance out infection and make it the best thing. Or now I guess it's flood, but guys, we're going to be the ones to pioneer that, so make sure you check out the channel, Come Halo 4. We're going to be cranking out this stuff, and we're going to bring you tutorials and all sorts of different things. You can also add infinite energy to the weapons, as they just mentioned, so you can do all sorts of cool stuff for your different weapons. So this is going to be incredible amounts of customization that looks great. I can't wait to get my hands on this, and I can't wait to share with you guys all the tips and tricks that we come about and find out about, because there's going to be so much to do. Over here you can see a quick map that they made. It looks cool. I'm a little worried about the amount of glass that they have here. It might be repetitive, but you'll have enough objects to blot out that glass and make it look like a real interior map. Plus also you can float out in space, so we'll be seeing a lot of spaceship aesthetic maps. You can make it look like you're in an underground tunnel. You can do all sorts of stuff here. And what they're going to be showing right here is, you couldn't make that jump before, but right here you can set it up such that you can jump and make it up. So they're just showing you more and more of the elements. But yeah, guys, this is going to be the end of the video where we looked at Impact. I hope you enjoyed this. Make sure to like us, subscribe to us, check out GameSpot. But more importantly, guys, I want to get the message out there that we build a huge following in Halo Reach. Kings of Forge, we did all the tutorials, we do map reviews. So come Halo 4, we're going to stay on top of that. We're going to bring you guys all the tutorials. We're going to feature maps. So thanks guys, stay tuned. Make sure to like the video and subscribe. See you. Peace out.